Different every time. Hey, Instagram. Hey, Facebook, YouTube, StreamYard, everyone else that is on the live tonight. Pardon me for starting 10 minutes late. StreamYard had some difficulties. They didn't have all my streams up there, so I had to go and do some edits, right? Had to move some stuff around. So I see you guys are coming in. Tonight, again, this month, we're talking all about fabric. So if you happen to know anyone that could possibly benefit from this broadcast, be a gem and push that share button. You never know who may need a couple of more tips about some fabric, right? So welcome. You guys are coming in tonight. I love it. So again, thanks for coming to Posh Late Night Biz. I am the host, Precious Stevens of the Posh Academy. And pretty much if you have not heard of me, because there is quite new people to this platform, I actually just teach event professionals how to attract higher paying clients, either through, what is she doing? Either through organic marketing, right? Or enhancing your backdrops, which is what going to interest you guys tonight. So let's kind of jump right into it, right? If you kind of, you know a little bit about fabric, but you could be a little more detailed, like when you're going shopping and you're on these sites and you pretty much don't know what specifically you're looking for, I'm going to tell you two main things that you always want to be mindful of when you're ordering fabric, right? And I'm going to ask you guys some questions too. I didn't even see my comments. Hey, Mary. Hey, Crystal. I didn't even see that. Hey, Kanita. Pardon me, guys. Kanita. I probably messed that all up. Hey, Dell. So that's pretty much what we're going to talk about, right? So again, hi, Tanise Bummer. How you doing? Hey, guys over here on IG. You guys will get cut off after an hour because that's how IG rolls. So just feel free to hop on over here if you want to catch the rest of the broadcast once it ends on YouTube or on any of my Facebook platforms, right? So if you guys have any questions as it pertains to anything you hear me say, or if you have any questions about any kind of specific for fabrics, just put it in. Thanks for being here. Just put it in the comments and I will hopefully, if you see I missed it, just put it back in there. Because I don't have no assistant tonight and y'all gonna have to bear with me, right? Because y'all rolling in the Lord deep. So I might miss something. And I don't like missing things because I like answering your questions. I love engagement and all that good stuff, right? I do have my DJ in the back though. say hi to DJ Apple, y'all. Say hi to DJ Apple. I hope Facebook don't shut me off for playing this music. We gonna see though. We gonna see what they gonna do. So again, we didn't have any questions on the survey. The survey that I shared with you guys in the groups. And I kind of answered them every Wednesday for Posh Late Night Biz. We didn't have any. How you doing over here on IG? So if you have, like I said, move closer. Who is that? Here we go. Not tonight. Not tonight, babe. Not tonight. Here we go. So like I said, I'm gonna tell you guys about two key things that you want to always focus on when you're buying fabric. I don't care where you're getting it from. I don't care if you're getting it online. I don't care if you're going in the store. These things you should be mindful of, and I can almost guarantee you moving forward, you're going to start looking for these things because that is one of my key indicators to help me kind of decide what I'm actually buying, how it's going to look, if it's going to give me any trouble, if it's going to be hard to design, all that good stuff, right? Hey, Tina, how you doing, babe? So the first thing you want to do is you want to learn the difference, right? A lot of people think that this is simple, right? But it's not. But you really want to know the difference between transparent, translucent, and opaque. We talk about transparent and translucent a lot because a lot of people think that they are the same, and they are not. They are really different, right? And the easiest way I kind of describe this is like transparent is what it is. Like even if you say a person is transparent, it is what it is, right? You see exactly what it is. So transparent, you want to think of It lets all of the light in, right? Transparent is going to be super, 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 super duper see-through. Like, you can't get any more see-through than that. When you think of transparent, you kind of want to think of things like water, glass. It's completely transparent, meaning it's going to let all of the light in. What you guys tell me, what do you think of when you hear transparent? And if you know the difference between transparent and translucent, tell me in the comments what's one of the biggest indicators or one of the biggest key differentiators where you know transparent and translucent. It didn't come through, Eric. It didn't come through. Thanks for putting you guys' name up there. Hey, Robin. So it didn't come through. So while you guys are telling me in the comments, because that's what I'm waiting for before I move forward, what you think the difference is between transparent and translucent, I'm kind of going to tell you absolutely. But what about it being see-through, right? Because both of them are see-through. And so that's why people kind of get them confused, because both of them are see-through. However, let me give you an idea. Crushed sheer is see-through, right? It's see-through, but do you think that will fall under transparent, or do you think that will fall under translucent? What is it, Tina? You tell me more. What is it that it can't hide in the background? Is that transparent or translucent? Because you sound like you right there where you need to be. You kind of got it. You kind of got it, right? Hey, I forgot about you guys over here. I'm sorry. One allows light. Absolutely. But let me tell you, two actually allows light. Both allow light, but the biggest thing is how much light it allows, right? So transparent, like I was telling you guys, it lets all of the light in, right? If I was to hold up a piece of transparent fabric up against one of these lights right here, you won't even see the fabric, right? It's going to let all of it in. But on the other hand, okay, cool. So on the other hand, translucent is different, right? Translucent is see-through. However, it's not completely see-through. So let's just take two blends, which is sheer. Sheer is see-through, right? That is going to fall under transparent because it really doesn't have any texture. It's completely see-through, right? That's going to be, it don't block out any light, right? But if you, let's just say crushed sheer. Crushed sheer is still, see-through, but it's semi-see-through. So that is the biggest difference. It's like the amount of light that it lets in. So the reason this is important, because it could be a whole section, right? It depends on what kind of fabric stores you go into, but it could be a whole section with transparent or translucent, or some of the stores call it semi-transparent, right? So that's the biggest thing, is crushed sheer is translucent, right? Eric, you got 10 points tonight, Eric. So that's one of the biggest things. So like I said, the easiest way you can determine which fabric you're talking about or which one you actually have is think about water, right? Think about some water. You got a glass of water. That looks pretty see-through, right? I can see straight through that bad boy. So guess what? That's going to be your transparent. However, let's mix a little bit of something cloudy in there, a little bit of, I don't know, anything, not no sugar, some flour or something, just a little bit. So it's still see-through, but it's semi-see-through, right? Like you can't see through the glass. You need some glasses on, or you got to do something like that. So that's one of the biggest things. So when you guys are talking about fabric, especially if you're talking about your sheer blends, your organza, your what else is it? Your chiffon. Like, I love chiffon, right? I love chiffon. But when you're talking about these types of blends, you should be understanding the difference with if they're translucent or transparent, because one is going to help you determine how much light are you actually blocking, right? Or how heavy is it? How much weight does it hold, right? A lot of the translucent fabrics are a little more dense in weight, because it either has texture or it's just a little thicker or something like that. Transparent is like feather, right light. And we're going to talk about weight a little as I get a little further. Absolutely. Good one. I like that one. I'm going to use that from now on. All right, babe? Can I use that one? So she said it's like wearing a pair of sunglasses. Exactly. So it's still see-through, right? It's still see-through. You still can see, but it's tinted, or like it doesn't allow all the light through. I like that one. I might steal that for real, Tina. I might steal that for real. I like it. I've always used water, right? Because or glass. I've always used glass. Exactly. It's a little foggy. Now, the complete opposite is your opaque. Now, Opaque is different, you know, it's different textures, it's different blends, but Opaque, I always reference it to the pantyhose, right? Because they thick, you can't see through them, and I'm not talking about the little fancy pantyhose. I'm talking about them old ones that Medea and them be wearing, right? them thick nude pantyhose. I'm talking about those, right? So when you're talking about Opaque, that's like what you want to think about, right? You can't see through it, right? Even though some of the blends that claim it's Opaque, you can kind of see through a little bit, right? A little bit. But it really depends, again, on the weight. It depends on the density, and it depends on the texture. Normally, when you have those heavier blends, and we're going to talk, like I said, we're going to talk a little bit more about GSMs, but when you have heavier weight like that, then 9 times out of 10 is going to block out a lot of light. And like I talked about last week, as far as you guys asked me about the poly blend, and I said that's primarily all I use that for. I would never really drape with any kind of poly blend. However, when it comes to me needing some kind of light blocked out, that is my go-to, because it's inexpensive and it gets the job done. It holds, you know, it blocks out light perfectly. She said, well, whoever this is, oh, that's Eric. Hey, Cindy, the usher boy, right? Y'all gonna have me cracking up tonight. But yes, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about with them pantyhose. So that's Opaque, right? Opaque can have a different as far as percentage, right? How much light is actually letting through. But that is when you really get the understanding the weight of the fabric. Now, as far as the weight of the fabric, that's actually, so the first thing I want to tell you, the first key was just that, knowing the difference between transparent, translucent, and opaque. So anybody that's coming on kind of late, that's what I just talked about. Transparent is completely see-through. It's the thinnest of the thin, right? It's completely see-through. You can see everything. It's like really no privacy, no anything, right? Translucent is semi-transparent, meaning you still can see through it, but it's kind of foggy, like Tina said. I like that. It's kind of shaded, like some sunglasses, right? Perfect. I like that analogy. And then Opaque is it blocks out all of the light. It blocks out light, and it's thick. It's really, really thick, and it's a lot heavier than the previous two we talked about. So after you really know which one you have, next thing you want to know and understand is weight. And it's funny that I have this broadcast today, because I was talking to one of my partners, right, that deals with fabric, and we was talking about a new blend that we kind of want to introduce. And the first thing they asked me, well, what's the GSM? What's the weight? And I'm like, oh, damn, right? And I know better. That is like very, very important. That's key when you're talking about weight, when you're talking about distribution, when you're talking about quality. That has a lot to do with quality as well. When you like comparing brands. And I'm gonna show you guys, I'm gonna do some actual screen shares. So let me get up here. Okay, wait a minute. I'm gonna share my screen to kind of talk to you guys about the weight. So when you're talking about the weight, there's two ways that you can really think about the weight of fabric. It's going to be either GSMs, right, which is squares per meter. I don't ever talk about that. It's too complicated to me. I just talk about ounces, right? I know what an ounce is, right? Who know what an ounce is? Give me a one in the comments. I know what an ounce is. So that's like, for me, it's a lot more simple. I'm like, okay, that's 8 ounce, that's 10 ounce, that's 6 ounce. Okay, perfect, right? I know exactly what it is. When you get up into the double digits, you're talking about some pretty heavy fabric, right? Or better quality fabric. So one of my key things that I do, well, not now, because I kind of have my partners that I deal with for fabric. But when I was like shopping around and searching and not sure who I really wanted to roll with, what I would do is go on their sites and I would look for stuff that people is not commonly looking for. And that is really how I learned the weight and things. I wasn't taught that. That's how I learned that, because I would get a piece from here, I get a piece from here, and then I learned like lightweight, heavyweight, medium weight, things like that. So I can know what I drape best with, right? Like what I like the best. So I'm not necessarily going to look at someone's design and say, oh, well, and I see this all the time. Oh, what kind of fabric is that? I don't care what kind of fabric that is. I know what kind of fabric I like. I know what kind of fabric I like. I know what kind of fabric that drapes well. So I'm not going to, I'm going to go according to the fabric that I like. So that is the key. When you guys are looking on these sites, you definitely want to look for the ounce, the GSM, or whatever term you guys are going to go with. I always go with ounce. And a key indicator for me, because some sites, is a little different, is a little wonky. Some people have lightweight is this, and then so I kind of use my own rule of thumb. So for me, and I wrote it down for you guys. So for me, anything lightweight is up to 4 ounces. If it's like under 4 ounces, for me, that's really light. That's like the sheers and things that I really don't drape with too much. But that's going to be your lightweight fabrics, right? Then you have your mid-range, right? Your mid-range for me would be like anywhere between 5 and 10. That's like that's my comfort spot, right? So I kind of explain this a lot more in detail in my course, though, because it is a little more than that. But for me, how I like to drape, which is easy to maneuver, is easy to drape, is easy to swag, would be the medium weight, which is anywhere between 5 ounces and 10 ounces, right? When you go beyond that, you're getting into some pretty heavyweight panels or fabric or whatever it is. And that I technically would be my premium blends. So I don't hardly ever do a whole entire backdrop with heavy duty weight. I really don't. Normally with your heavyweight, you'll see it at theaters or something like that, because it'll just be a bunch of velour or a bunch of stuff like, like the real heavy fabrics. I hardly ever would drape an entire backdrop with premium fabric. I normally give a good mixture. So you guys I always get this question. How many different kinds of fabric you got in there? I'm like, I don't know. Sometimes I don't know. I'll be having to count. I'm like, oh, one more. And I'm like, wow, it's 7 different blends. So I have a mixture. I know if I'm doing a really busy backdrop, right, and I want it to really be eye-catching, I always mix 3 different blends minimum. You will hardly ever see me do a backdrop and I only have 2 blends, or hardly 3 either. I hardly ever drape with just 3 different blends. But I like to do a good mixture so that I can have it evenly dispersed as far as the weight. Like my premium fabric, 9 times out of 10, you're going to find that on the end, because that's the look that I go for, right? And so I'm trying to explain this without explaining my next topic. So my next topic is really talking about blending textures and fabrics, right? So I'm trying to explain this one without giving it away to y'all. But that's pretty much what I do. So my premium panels, which will be my sequin, my velvet, my texture, any kind of texture, but not a sheer texture, like a crushed taffeta or something like that. That really has a lot of pop, right? I'll put that technically on the end, because I pretty much want it to close or kind of like finalize my backdrop. If I put something like that in the middle, it's like that's a wow factor. That's like to me, it's kind of like an unbalance, right? So how I like mine is I like to always close it in, so I bring the attention to my entire design, which I want the focus to be in the middle. Thank you. So yeah, so I always do a mixture of at least 3 blends. You can do 1. I'm not saying you can't. I'm saying I don't. And you can do 2. I'm not saying you can't. I'm saying we don't over here at the Posh Academy. And if anybody been in any of my classes, hands-on or even in my online workshop, you see we do not do 2 and 3 different blends. I always take it, I think the more the better, baby. It's just like hell, the more the better. Hey, Paulita. So yeah, so the key thing with that is, like I said, just knowing the weight. So when you look at, I'm gonna share my screen now. So when you get to looking at shopping around, these are some things you want to look for. Let me get in here. Wait a minute. Let me see how I do this. I never did a screen share thing before. Share screen. What am I sharing this screen? What am I doing? Oh, there we go. Okay. Sorry, IG, if y'all want to see this, you kind of gotta get y'all gotta get over here. You gotta get over here, baby. All right. So first one, let me see. Is this doing right? Oh, that's why they say use 2 monitors, because now I can't see. It don't matter. But this is what I want to show you guys. So let's just take, these are one of my favorite guys. They don't mind me sharing their website because they are simply amazing, right? This is Fabric Wholesale Direct. So what I mean by looking at like weight and things like that is down here in the body. A lot of people don't pay this stuff no mind. They just look at the fabric and they're like, oh yeah, that's it. That's what I want. But you have to look and pay attention, because look at this. If you're looking for the cheap fabric, which is what everybody is getting right now, I get it. But look, it's 100 GSMs, and that says approximately. That you don't know what you're getting, right? You don't know what you're getting. But that falls under the lightweight. That means it's very, very, very thin. And actually, even though I drape with this fabric a lot, but actually, even if you pull it, it kind of loses its shape a little bit. If y'all have it, y'all know exactly what I'm saying. But then look, so this is also where people, wait a minute, is this the one? Yeah, this is the cheaper one. But then we have the niche stretch, which is, it looks the same, but it doesn't feel the same. And not to mention, it is heavier fabric. So when you get to looking, the one I just showed you guys said, come on, website. The one I just showed you guys said 4 ounces per yard. This one is 8 ounces per yard. I don't know if you guys can see my screen because I can't even see you guys. But this one is a yard. If you can see it right here. Wait a minute. It's not moving. All right, I guess it's still loading. But you guys can see it. It's at the bottom of the screen. So down here is where you want to look at. It says 8 ounces a yard. So that's why for me, I don't mind paying a little more, right? Because I know I'm getting a better quality fabric. I know for me, like if you guys were on this live last week, it's just not moving at all. Let me go back to StreamYard. I hope I ain't messing up my broadcast. Let me just stop it. I don't know if I'm on or not, y'all. I gotta wait till it come up. See, it say StreamYard, not you over here on IG. It say it's not working. StreamYard. StreamYard gave me problems last week. Okay, let's stop sharing because it's messing up my connection. Well, while I wait over there, guys, what you guys got going on? Anything interesting? Did you learn anything tonight? Will you now be looking at your face and paying attention to the weight and realizing what the difference is between transparent, translucent, and opaque? They are really not fixing. Tell me, hey Denise, are you on Facebook? It's like it's frozen. Y'all heard that? Oh, there I go. I don't know what. Did y'all hear that? It sounded like the fast was great coming through my screen. I don't know what happened. Did y'all see the screen? Because I ain't. Oh, she said I'm on. Okay, I don't know what was going on. So I hope you guys at least seen it, because that is the stuff I want you guys to pay attention to. So sometimes it's worth paying a couple of more dollars just to get a better quality. I had just actually got some fabric in today. So you guys, a lot of you guys been having problems with Fabric Wholesale Direct. Guys, I just got my fabric within a week. Like, unbelievable. My last shipment, it took like 40 days. But okay, cool. Thank you. Thanks, Tanya. So that's the stuff you guys kind of want to look for. I'm not going to show it again because it's acting crazy and I don't want it to mess my broadcast up. But when you go on these sites, one thing you want to do, pull up a couple of them and compare. It was 2 other sites I was going to show you guys, because I want you also to pay attention to the IFR. Now, you really don't hear me talking about IFR a lot, because for what I do, it's not a requirement, right? Because I no longer am in those big old venues and doing weddings. That's not what I do, baby. I teach. And that is not a requirement for the locations and the hotels that we use. But for you guys, and if you know that is your market, right? And that is your audience, you definitely want to be investing in IFR fabric. So I know everybody kind of jumping on this stretch and all that good stuff. And I'm so upset I can't pull it up and show you guys. But this fabric, when you get it, you know, when you're getting it from other competitors and, you know, other companies, and it's like $70 a panel, trust and believe, that's a headache you definitely want to eliminate and make the investment if that is primarily what you do. Right? When I was first starting, that clearly was where I was targeting and things like that. So I purchased all this IFR fabric. I don't need no IFR because that's not what I do. But if you guys do, definitely you want to protect your tail and you want to keep your certificates, because if it's IFR, you should be getting the certificate with it, meaning it's flame retardant. For those that the young lady that asked, it's flame retardant. You strike a match to that bad boy, it is not supposed to catch on fire. Now it's not supposed to, but you better be careful which companies you buy it from, because some of them do. Okay, so yeah, so Denise, yes, same thing I was just saying. So the fire retardant, my business, I don't need it. However, those of you guys, like I said, that's in those big venues, and they will ask you for it. It is a requirement. Some venues, they won't let you roll all them baskets and totes and all that of that you know, that regular fabric. That won't happen. That code expires tonight, Sylvia. That's only on that code is only active while I'm doing partial late night bids. So for tonight, that was pretty much the main thing I was going to tell you guys, which was the two key concepts: was realize the difference between transparent, translucent, and opaque. The biggest one I want you guys to really learn and know is transparent and translucent. I hear so many times about, well, most people call it just sheer, just plain old sheer, right? But everything that you guys think is sheer is not sheer. Like it's not. So for example, like I told you, if it's crushed sheer, then call it crushed sheer. So a lot of times, I said a lot of times tonight. I said a lot of times tonight. But because I'm thinking about all the questions I get asked. So when you guys will see my seal backdrop, and I'll say it's crushed sheer, and then like, you know, you probably never heard of that term or something like that. Crushed sheer is just that. Don't go looking around for just sheer and you think you're gonna get some sheer that's wrinkled. No, you gotta look for the term crushed sheer or crushed wool, right? No, more common is called crushed sheer. But some companies do have it listed as crushed wool, and if you type in crushed sheer, it ain't gonna come up because it's called voile. So know the difference with that, right? And then get acquainted. The second key concept was get acquainted and get really knowledgeable as far as the weight. Learn what lightweight is, right? Don't just look at it and think, oh yeah, that's lightweight, because just because you think it's lightweight, it may not fit the criteria. Just like this, some of the fabric I got today, and I got a couple of different blends. Boy, I can't wait for this backdrop right here. But I got a couple of different blends, right? And I didn't think, because it was just given to me, so I didn't think that it was as light as it was, because I just looked at it on the site and I'm like, oh yeah, that's cool. I ain't even go by my own advice, right? It gets here, and guess what? It's lighter than I thought. So it's lighter than I thought it would be. So meaning it's going to handle different, and it's going to kind of change. I got to go back to the drawing board with my backdrop, because the density of the fabric do actually create a certain flow, right? Like it's just different, right? So definitely be here next week when I get into that. But I like I said, like I told you guys earlier, chiffon is tricky, because it's tricky, because if you get like but a chiffon is a transparent. But if you get like a certain color, and it also depends on the company. Some companies, their chiffon is a lot better. Is just the quality is better, meaning it's thicker, meaning it's not as transparent. So let's just take, for example, I had some sheer from, I got some sheer from. I love Event Decor sheer. I love their sheer. Is hands down is amazing quality. Also, Urquhart linen is amazing quality. But then you go to get sheer from somewhere, like somebody asked me this question the other day. I think it was Tablecloth Factory or something like that. And I was like, I mean, I don't know. I couldn't even advise, because I've learned my lesson early on. That is just not I don't get fabric from there, because I just had bad experiences. Well, I listed different fabric stores to order from. I don't really order from too many different fabric stores. I have my partnerships, and they pretty much are the only people I network with. But some of the common places is definitely Fabric Wholesale Direct. same on the go linens. I like those guys as well. CV linens. CV linens is amazing. Did I say Urquhart linen? Urquhart linen is amazing. I just learned of a new one. Somebody told me church. I can't even remember the name of it, but I don't have any fabric from there. Event Decor. I love their products. If you know, I love their products. They got great quality. And who else? Like I said last week, go out in your neighborhood. You'll be surprised, right? I don't know I don't know if they're even open now. I don't know. But I know our fabric stores are, and I really roll up on some amazing pieces. Sometimes it's hard to look at stuff online and really come up with a design concept. But when you are in the freaking fabric store, it's amazing. It's a totally different thing. It's like, wow, sometimes I just want to go with my sketch pad. I love my new little sketches I got for the backdrops. So I'll go with my little sketch pad and I'll just get the really, I could cut off a little piece, place it down, and just really get the playing around with it. So if you have like a local mom and pop store in your area, like Google that. And like I said, they have some of the most amazing, not only fabrics, but they have some of the most amazing prices. Now, some of that stuff is a little, it's a little ridiculous. I'm like, really? You want $30 for a yard? Really? But, sometimes they'll have some blends that don't sell, right? So where they put it at? They put it in the back. So that's why I told y'all last week. I said, go way in the back. Go all the way in the back. And then when you see the exit sign, go keep on going in the back. Because that's where they have a lot of great fabric, and it's always marked down, right? Even at Joann, I really stay out of Joann as well. That's like my emergency run when I need something on emergency. But they'll even have some good stuff on their tables, their clearance tables in the back. You'll be surprised at what you can come up with when you actually go in the fabric store. And even Walmart, I don't know what's going on with Walmart. Somebody must have put a bug in their ear, because Walmart is popping off with some stuff, okay? I was in there, was it last week? I can't remember. But I think it was last week. And they were loaded up. Like the truck must have just came, baby, because they had all kinds of stretch fabric, right? And this was brand new, so they didn't mark it down yet. And I think it was like $4 a yard, something like that. To me, since I know the price of it, I wouldn't get it. I only get Walmart fabric when it's $1, baby. When it's $1, I go get the whole boat. Give me the whole thing. Let's not ask no questions. I wish you say, Antoinette. Okay, so this is a good one, guys. So anybody here that's from Fayetteville, North Carolina, thank you, Antoinette. I love stuff like that. She said there's a place in Lumberton that sells nice fabric for $3 a yard. See that? I gotta write that down so I could share with anybody that's from that area. And I gotta say, guess what, guys? Listen what Miss Antoinette Brady Graves said. See, I write these kind of tips down because they're amazing. I don't know. I'm not from that area, right? Lumberton, North Carolina. And I actually used to take a trip to when I first got into stretch fabric, and I was actually placing all these big orders for my students and shipping it to them, and oh boy, until that's when I found wholesale fabric, wholesale direct, and I cut that off immediately. I cut that off immediately. So guys, if anybody from that area, write that tip down. That's amazing. So do you guys have any questions? Because that's pretty much, that is my hour. I'm on time tonight. Wow. This place didn't even cut me off. IG didn't even cut me off. That means I'm under time. Okay. So yeah, so Tamika, let me know. They pretty much are the companies that I've dealt with, I had experience with, that I highly recommend. And as far as with fabric. But like I said, the biggest thing if you're trying to get creative is to go in the fabric stores, right? But then when you do go online, look for those things I just mentioned. Look for the weight, right? So if you're looking for something like lightweight, like I told you guys, lightweight is going to be your shears. That's going to be up to 4 ounces, right? Now you got those of you that is getting stretch, pay attention, because some of that stretch, if it's say 4 ounces, it's super duper light. Meaning it's not going to block out, it's not going to block out any light. You probably do like 25%, if that, right? And it's going to be super thin. It's not spandex. Some of you guys do this stuff, get this stuff thinking it's spandex. D, let me see, where the heck was I going back home in Baltimore? Where was I going? Oh my God, I can't think. Well, I know I was going to Joann because that's when I was couponing heavy back then. Boy, I would light them up with them coupons. So I know I was going to Joann, but that was, I think, when I was back home and I was like first starting out. I didn't know anything other than event decor. So they got all of my coins, baby. Then I started getting smart. I got tired of paying them credit card bills. Like, what? I spent how much? So I got smart and started finding. That's when I got into the, making the fabric panels and all that good stuff. Oh, here it is. Wait a minute. Oh, she said they don't ship. Right, you got to walk in the store. I tell you, sometimes it's called TNT Liquidators, guys. So that's what I'm telling you. Sometimes they have the best stuff because they're, there's a brick and mortar, so they got to go in there. Wait a minute, let me see. Is there a fabric hole? I'm quite sure it is, Glenda. I'm trying to think. Was I going to a fabric? I can't think. If I was going to, I'm quite sure it is though, because I know at the time I was about to do a partnership with a guy from New York as far as getting my fabric, right? Somewhere by the district or something. But yeah, the kind of deals that I was looking for, I could not find that in Baltimore at the time. I couldn't. Now I'm quite sure if I was still there, because your girl put on her Inspector Gadget hat and getting on the hunt. But yeah, as of now, I hadn't found anything in Baltimore or in a DMV. But I'm quite sure it's there. I just don't know of any yet. So yeah, I was pretty much just, getting all my stuff from Event Decor. Boy, oh boy. Woo, wait. Yeah, it was a lot of money. That was a lot of money. So yeah, any more questions, guys? So if anyone that is on this timeline or on any of these platforms that is looking to get into the Drape and Design membership tonight while I'm on here, and actually till midnight, it'll be half off using code PLNB, Posh Late Night Biz. And you can get in there and get started right away. Hey, Kia! You say you haven't found one yet. Glenda, I'm going to do some poking around. I kind of got a couple of buddies in little, not high places, but at least medium. They probably could, they probably got some insight for you that I don't have. But I'm going to find out. Because I still have a lot of I have a lot of students there. And so if there's something local that would benefit you guys, that would be great. So I'll find out, Linda. See what is going on. D, I would say, wait a minute, where you coming from? Are you driving? If you drive into the district, possibly. Then yeah, it's definitely worth it because they have all kinds of stuff, and this, is more than reasonably priced. It's amazing. Same thing with LA, right? Would I fly back to LA to go to the district? Absolutely not, because you end up, the expenses. I was just bought the daggone fabric and shipped to your house, right? So yeah, I would never do that again. Do you find some amazing fabric for $1, $2? Yeah, you do. But then it's personal. Having to stay in a hotel, and I think I was there for like three days. I can't remember. But having to do that, then fly, then pay for, I actually had to buy more suitcases. Then I had to pay for. It was just ridiculous. I said, what was I thinking about? Right? I don't know. I didn't think that would through. I just wanted to get up there and see what all the fuss was about. No, Kid, I didn't really talk about spandex drapes per se. But I have a couple of videos on YouTube talking about spandex drapes. I love spandex drapes. A lot of people kind of don't, because it's kind of costly. It's a lot more expensive than this, this stretch, this jersey knit, because it's more premium. And I like spandex because it's like it's like a shiny. It's like those old. It's like those old leotards your parents used to put you in. That's the first thing I think about. I don't know. Or remember the salt and pepper pants back in the day, the tights, the salt and pepper tights? It's like that. Or when they was wearing the neon tights, but they was like super shiny, like you could slide across the floor. Oh my God. So yeah, so I love spandex because it's just, it's more premium quality. Oh yes, Janika. Duh. Yeah, so here is the I didn't put the link in there. So it's the website is learnpremiumdraping.com. You would go there and just put in that code and you have access. So wait a minute, let me see. So Deborah, or is that Deborah? I always say your name wrong. So Deborah, you actually can get spandex on the same site that I was just on. So that's all you would is listed as spandex. So just go in there and search up spandex and you will see it. And actually that spandex is not bad. It's not bad. I think it's like $6, which is really good because spandex can go up to $8, $9 a yard. So that's a really good price. Do I have any of that spandex? I haven't. I haven't tested the quality or anything like that because I already have a ton of spandex of the colors that I want. Spandex is one of them, you know, fabrics. You kind of got to be careful because it does have that sheen, and you know, you got to be careful as far as when it comes to light. So a lot of you guys is doing these amazing events and things, and then when you go, if you know, one bad photographer could mess up the whole daggone thing. Right? Sometimes they don't know how to bounce the light off of, like, just like makeup, right? Just like, well, I don't got no makeup on the day, but just like bad makeup, right? Or you know, it gives that flashback when you're using really shiny fabric. Yeah, so Kia, honestly, as far as pricing, the site that I just brought up was Fabric Wholesale Direct, and they have spandex, and every blend that I have from them as of now, I don't have that spandex, but everything else that I have, I've been really impressed with because their prices is what it is. Fabric Wholesale Direct. So they definitely have spandex, and you can. I like how they, you know, they'll play with it to show you because if some people are not really familiar with the weight and density, things like that, like I just talked about. So they are really good with kind of just putting it all out there, right? I'm gonna tell you another company that is actually good with kind of just really good with their marketing. Georgia Expo is good with their marketing. They really good with, like, if you go to their site or something like that, it just shows you. It kind of just eliminate the not knowing what to get, right? It's just like, there, boom, get this. If you need this, boom, get that. I like that, right? No, I don't. No, I ain't getting rid of any of my spandex now. Deborah, that's some really nice fabric. It's super duper nice. If y'all think stretch is nice, spandex is super duper nice, right? It really is. So now I don't have any of that in the marketplace. But here go the website. Let me put it in the comments. It's Fabric Wholesale, and this is for anyone else that needs it as well. Direct.com. Oh, you want to know what? Wait a minute. Well, I'm gonna tell you just as I go because that's gonna open up another whole conversation. I can tell. So wait a minute, Nakia, what type of stretch is the gold sequin from CV linen? Is it considered to be full weight or two weight? CV linen sequin is not stretch at all. Actually, it's not stretch at all. So they have two different blends. Even if it feel like it's given a little bit, it's not stretch. It's actually, one is on taffeta, right? That's their premium one. The one that's opaque, meaning you can't see through it. I'm glad you brought that up because that goes to my point that I was just talking about. So the premium one that is on taffeta. That's the one that I tell you guys is kind of hard to maneuver. It's kind of hard to manipulate because it's good quality fabric and is intended to be used differently. That is on taffeta, but the other one is on mesh. So it's like on a thick piece of, like a thick sheer, right? Because you can see through it. If you hold it up, you can see through it. So, but it's not transparent. It's translucent. Good example. Thank you, Nakia. So yeah, neither one of them is stretch. What do they have that is stretch though? I haven't seen no panels, but I had like their tablecloths. They have that. I saw the high tops. I think they have that. That's stretch, right? Yes, Glenda, absolutely. The mesh is, well, I use both of them actually. But if you remember, like if you were here earlier I was mentioning how if I had heavier fabric, I put it on the end. I hardly will ever drape with heavy fabric in the middle. For one, is it just handles differently, and I want it to be more like I want it to complete my design, right? That's the look it normally gives. It has that premium look, and that's what it do. So I still use the taffeta, but I know 9 times out of 10, I will put it on the ends. You'll always see that on the ends of my backdrop. Okay. So yes, Deborah, that's it. Look that up, and I think that's it. I hope I didn't miss anything. Okay, I don't think I did. I answered that one. Okay, so Deborah, that's the same link, Fabric Wholesale Direct. I got, okay, so I answered all that. Oh, so one thing I want to say, and then I'm going to let you ladies go, and gents, right? I'm going to let you guys go. One thing I'm going to say, we had something scheduled for next week, and it was going to be colors and things like that. But y'all know I gotta be extra, right? So next week, hey Jackie, next week we have a special guest, guys. And I don't really do the guest things, and I really don't. But we have an amazing guest, and I know you guys absolutely love. I know everybody on this thread love this person. She's one of the and sensational YouTubers, right? I know y'all go on there and look on her stuff, because guess what? I do too. And if y'all think you know who I'm talking about, tell me in the comments. Who will we have on Posh Late Night Biz next Wednesday at 9? I'll wait. And over here too. So if you guys think you know, who will we have Posh Late Night Biz next Wednesday at 9 p.m. One of the most, and you don't know what we're talking about, so they definitely have to be prevalent to what we're doing and what we want to hear, baby. I'm not going to have a wig wholesaler on here talking to you guys, right? That's not what we talk about. So, who could it possibly be? YouTube sensation, right? Oh, no, you know what? That's a good idea. Maybe I would have Mary. No, it's not going to be Mary. This is a YouTube sensation, baby. One of my idols. No, not Lorna. Not Lorna. Good guesses though. Good. I would love to have Lorna on. Good guesses. So next week, guys, drum roll. All right, y'all want me to tell you? If y'all want me to tell you, give me some hearts, and I'm gonna tell y'all. So next week, guys, we have the one and only. Oh, wait for y'all to tell me. Hey, she got it. That is who we have next week at 9 p.m. Awesome. I can't wait. I'm super excited. This young lady she's I know you guys probably see her stuff, and it's probably like, well, who is she? Because you really never really see her too much and really don't hear from her at all, right? Your girl was able to seal the deal and bring her here to you guys so you can actually talk to her, engage with her, because she is such a sweetheart. Thank you, Miranda. We try over here, right? We get sit down in this office sometimes. So yeah, so she absolutely. Oh, Yolanda Little, you got it. How you know? How you know? Oh my God. So yeah, she'll be here with us, guys, next week. So definitely be sure to tune in so you don't miss it. She got some amazing nuggets for you guys. So not only is she one of the draping queens herself, right? But she do all the stuff, right? Florals and centerpieces, and it's just ridiculous. She has an amazing channel, right? But not only that, you guys know my newest course that I'm working on right now and I'm actually building out is just that, how to monetize YouTube. Who best to talk to you guys about that other than Miss Newsay, right? How about it? You got it, Lorraine. You got y'all know who she is. Y'all know amazing work. So definitely make sure you guys are here next week so you guys can tune in with us. Absolutely. She said I'm late to the party. Yes, Miss Lorna, you late, baby, but it don't matter because you're here. You're here and fab. And somebody just talked your name up too. See that? Your ears itching over there. Your hands itching. What's the saying go? Yeah, so that's going to be super duper amazing, guys. I'm telling you, you will really enjoy her. She has one of the kindest, warmest spirits ever. Y'all know me. I got to put people to the ringer, but she is amazing. Like, she is amazing, and you guys really will enjoy her. You really will be able to have it, have a chance to ask your questions. I know y'all probably like, well, who is, you don't really see the face behind the brand, but baby, you're gonna see it next Wednesday, as long as you're here, right? So guys, that's all I have tonight. Actually, again, if you are late to the broadcast, and again, if you are looking to join the Drape and Design membership, do so tonight, because because you are getting 50% off just by using code PLNB for Posh Late Night Biz, right? That code expires tonight, so please make sure that you actually get it. You know, I know some of you are like, oh, y'all do it all the time. You're like, oh my God, I just missed it. I don't know if that's the 52 fake out or what it is, but it's just gonna call you out tonight. So definitely take advantage of that. Another thing I wanted to tell you guys, besides being here next week, is y'all gotta get your Posh merch, baby. Did y'all see Miss Little? Did y'all see people starting to wear that? You can't even see it. Staying positive, and y'all be wondering why I always like on 1,000. That's why, because I got reminders everywhere. Everywhere I'm looking is a reminder. Stay positive. If I'm feeling a little wonky or I'm, you know, my eyebrows or something starting to rise up, stay positive. So there you have it. You got to get yours so you can stay that way as well. Any questions before I head out of here? Okay, guys, so that's all for me. Definitely be here next Wednesday so you guys can sit up here and chit-chat with the amazing face behind the brand of Newsay Decor, right? Be blessed. Be positive. Remember, anything's possible. All that good stuff. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Maybe. I don't know. Bye, guys. Bye over here to IG. Thanks for staying with me. I'll be here next week. Y'all heard it. Be here as well.